And I think a lot of misinformation out there too on, whether how much cardio should you do? Like you lifted, so lifting is super important. I think some people are missing that too. So what are some for you, like some values that are important to you? Because I know you said mindset is huge. I think that's just overall mindset, but values that maybe are threaded through Prescript and just everything that you do.
Yeah, that's a tough question. I mean, I think consistency would be sort of the annoying, droning on forever answer to that. I mean, been in business for 10 years. I've been training for probably 20 myself. And it is the hardest part of both of those things, right? It is the hardest part of both of those things. And it's why people don't, not everyone is in shape. Not everyone can not, I want to say hack it in entrepreneurship, but it is difficult. And it's about doing it when you don't necessarily want to do it. And every single trope and euphemism that comes along with that. But I think consistency is really going to be the thing. Now, as someone who does it professionally in having to get people to adhere long term, you can't make it boring, right? And I think a lot resistance training can very often be like pigeonholed into this. You got to show up every day and check the boxes and blah blah blah. It's like, okay, sure. And if you're, if you're training a professional athlete and there's really good financial incentive for them to listen to what you say, and you have a track record for keeping athletes healthy and therefore getting them to bigger contracts, and yeah, they'll run through walls, but they know their career is, maybe 10 years if they're lucky, depending on the sport. But if you're dealing with the general population, or if you yourself are the general population, like, you're going to have to make it interesting. You're going to have to gamify. You're going to have to keep their attention. So it's,
Yeah.
understanding that at a certain point, when you know the physiology, the psychology will trump that every single day. So consistency is rather than just like a, sort of a monotone, like, well, you got to wake up and pound the pavement on some like David Goggins shit. It's just like, okay, but like, look, not many people have the incentive to run until their knees bleed. Like, that's maybe not that's a conceptual non-starter for most people, because they have a life and a spouse and kids and a job, and they got to parent teacher interviews and shit.